welcome back to another video of Fluence Factory and ScIeNcE SiMpLiFiEd. Today we're going to learn about the ecosystem we live in, which will also include biotic and abiotic factors. Let's get on to it. So today we're going to be learning about the ecosystem, the biotic factors, and the abiotic factors. So today's target is to understand what are ecosystems, the biotic factors, and the abiotic factors. So the big main question of this topic is, what is an ecosystem? Well, it's a community of living organisms interacting with each other in a given physical and chemical environment. Components of an ecosystem. Well, the components that make up an ecosystem are the living organisms in an ecosystem known as the biotic factors, and the non-living physical and chemical components in an ecosystem known as the abiotic factor. So, let's look at the types of ecosystems. But first of all, what do you guys see in this picture? We can see the fishes, we can see the coral reefs, we can see the ocean, the water. Well, this is known as the aquatic ecosystem. Aquatic ecosystems include oceans, lakes, rivers, streams, estuaries, and wetlands. Within these aquatic ecosystems are living things that depend on the water for survival, such as fish, plants, and microorganisms. An aquatic ecosystem is an ecosystem found in and around a body of water, in contrast to land-based terrestrial ecosystems. Aquatic ecosystems contain communities of organisms, aquatic life that are dependent on each other and on their environment. So, based on this picture, what do you guys think the next ecosystem would be? Well, this ecosystem is known as the terrestrial ecosystem. A terrestrial ecosystem is a land-based community of organisms and the interactions of biotic and abiotic components in a given area. Examples of terrestrial ecosystems include the tundra, taigas, temperate deciduous forests, and tropical rainforests, grasslands, and deserts. So, based on, what we have gone through, we know what are aquatic ecosystems, and we also know what are terrestrial ecosystems. Well, here's a quick recap. Aquatic ecosystems include body waters. In these aquatic ecosystems, you can find fish, plants, and microorganisms. And they also depend on their environment and basically everything in that ecosystem. So, a quick recap of a terrestrial ecosystem. A terrestrial ecosystem is a land-based community of organisms and the interactions of a biotic and abiotic component. So, let me explain this better. So over here we can see biotic factors and abiotic factors. So over here we can see that biotic factors are living organisms in an ecosystem. And living organisms in an ecosystem are animals, plants, humans, bacteria, and fungi. All of these are biotic factors. The non-living physical and chemical components in an ecosystem is air, water, soil, minerals, and sunlight. So, basically, the components of an ecosystem that make up an ecosystem are biotic and abiotic factors. Now, you can find these abiotic and biotic factors in a terrestrial ecosystem. For example, in a rainforest, what do you find? You find birds, you find animals, you find plants, you find water. It rains a lot over there. That's known as a terrestrial ecosystem where biotic and abiotic components meet. So, now let's get on to the quiz. What do we call a place where living and non-living organisms interact in the same environment? Well, we already went through this and we all know, of course, it's an ecosystem. Just like how I said, as the terrestrial ecosystems, what they mean in the question, what they mean by living and non-living organisms, they mean abiotic and biotic organisms interact in the same environment. Now let's look up at the second question. What ecosystem is this? So basically in this picture, we can see water, we can see trees, we can see branches, flowers, animals. Well, this is also an example of a terrestrial ecosystem because all of the biotic and abiotic components meet. For example, water. Water is an abiotic factor. Biotic factors such as the animals and the plants. So, let's see the answer. This should definitely be a rainforest. Let's see the next question. What animals will you find in a rainforest? So, let me just remind you guys, a rainforest is a place where abiotic and biotic factors meet, and at the same time, it rains a lot over there. I'm very sure that camels cannot live in rain that much, giraffes are too tall, and I don't think they can live in a rainforest at all. And puppies, they're just too adorable. How could they possibly live there? But parrots, and I can even see it sitting on a tree that looks like it would be in a rainforest. So guys, this is definitely the answer. And it's correct. Let's look at the next question. Which picture shows a desert ecosystem? So let's see. Do you guys know what a desert is? It's very dry. It's so sandy. There's no trees at all. It's like a drought, but not really. There's some oases there, but yeah. Anyways, the desert ecosystem is this. Well, let's go to the next question. What ecosystem is this? Come on guys, I told you what aquatic habitats are, and this looks like an aquatic habitat. And like it said, aquatic habitats are found in oceans, rivers, wetlands, and etc. So of course, the answer is an ocean because that's where you find most of the aquatic, ecosystems. So just in case you guys want to play these quizzes, the link is in the description below and also on my screen. And yeah, so I hope you all enjoyed and loved this time with me. I did too. And sadly, it's time to depart. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. It's been such a fun time with you guys, going through the quizzes, the examples, and also achieving our target, which was to analyze and to identify what the type of ecosystems were. Thank you guys so much for being there for me and supporting me throughout this journey. Fluency Factory and ScIeNcE SiMpLiFiEd. Peace out. Bye guys. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video with your family and friends so that they too can know what these topics are.